Your Sanjay. It's another video of how your day went. Another day of consistency. So let's go how you did it today. I mean, how I did it today. So let's summarize those fucking hell, such cold wind. But still, I'm gonna make this video in this cold weather as well because consistency matters. And I have decided on one thing, and since I have decided, I have to follow. So let's go through my day. I woke up at 4:50 at first, but I was so tired and so sleepy I slept again. After putting an alarm for three to four times, snoozing the alarm for 3 to 4 times, I finally wake up at 5:25 or 5:25. I even asked the lady to come at 6 o'clock, and I was going to go at 6:15, but that didn't happen. Anyway, still I finished it. I was there at 6:20, which was not bad, and started doing the job. And from the morning, it wasn't bad. I mean, it was a pretty good day actually. The thing was, at first when I started working today, so this lady who communicate with me well, I began to talk with her. I began to have some conversation. I began to have some interaction, and when I started to having it, of course, when you have a bit of communication, your day becomes good instantly. I mean, you get out of your mind, and when you get out of your mind, then you can be a bit more good and stuff. Anyway, and I was listening to the podcast today about brain as well, so um, that still give me a good reason that made me socialization that makes people feel good. Anyway, so I went in there, I began to work, had some conversation with the people in there, and another lady came in, had some conversation with her as well. And today I was focusing more on how these people are working and stuff. And from the morning, I didn't like the way they work, and that's why I was a bit frustrated with them from the morning. And the other lady came in as well. She is doing the same stuff in work in a way that I hate, and I wanted to tell them like this is not working. And I was working in throughout the afternoon, and I was having this conversation with this lady, and she was complaining about a lot of about these people as well, and I was complaining as well because I was feeling the same kind of thing. And the main thing was, if we didn't do anything about it, then at the end it would fall up on me for not taking responsibility and for not taking care of the management. Well, I'm still not the in charge, but if I want to be in charge, then I had to act like a person who is in charge. So there were a lot of complaints about these people. Like, they were doing a lot of things that weren't good, and they were just like satisfying their ego, following whatever their ego says, and fighting with our ego. And throughout the afternoon, it was all about ego versus ego. Their ego versus mine ego, their ego versus the other people's egos and stuff. But anyway, and somehow at the end of the shift, the owners came in and the guy who looks upon us came in as well. So at first I didn't thought of saying anything because I wasn't planning on saying anything today. So I didn't think about I wasn't having any thought about telling him anything today. But this lady, she started to complain all that a lot. She started to complain a lot of things about a lot of things, and I was gonna support her as well, and I was gonna tell her about more things, but it would be like I wanted to add some comment as well. So I began for my time, and when he asked me about how is she doing, then I told her the truth. I told him the truth. The things that I don't like, the things about the attitude I don't like, the way they work I don't like, and I told him each and everything that I don't like, and each and everything which is they do wrong, about their accountability, about their sincerity, about their um, responsibility and stuff. All of the things I told him, and at the end, I felt like I told him all of these things because I wanted to match with the lady. I was like, the thoughts of like saying all this kind of thing came out of the inspiration from her, in a kind of like she influenced me to say all this kind of thing. Anyway, I was gonna say those kind of things anyway, but I didn't want to say while I was working in there. But anyway, he asked me, so I didn't have any. I he asked he asked me, so I had to tell him anyway. So, anyway, at the end things went pretty well, and at the end she got complaint from the boss as well. And later on, after I was clear that this guy is giving me higher responsibility and this guy is giving me higher authorities from any of the people in there, and so I can follow up that from the next. Anyway, that's how working in the cafe where the power balance, the uh, power struggle, everything I'm learning from there, which is a good point for me, which is like I'm preparing for that. If I work in somewhere in other place where if I have to face more of the power struggle, then I can learn from that, and I can get experience from that. After that, I finished my job, went to another job, started working in there. Things were going good. In the other place, there was no problem at all. But when this guy, when I was asking that who is the worst guy, and he jokingly said you because you sleep and all, it kind of hit my insecurity. At the same time, I was telling him that I don't care, but at some part of my heart, it did touch my insecurity, and I was being insecure about that. Later on, I was able to get the feelings out of my brain, but yeah, I was still it still hit my insecurity, and I felt insecure. And when the boss came in and he told me that later someone sick note, and when he came and he told me that did you write this letter, and I felt pretty shitty about it because I wasn't the one who wrote it, and the fact that he thought like I was the one who wrote it made me pretty sick and made me pretty pissed off. So this is one thing that I can include in my next negotiation if anything happens to me. And anyway, there's not much anything about the negotiation anyway, because there's no point in doing any negotiation from now, because I'm gonna go in casual, and after my probation period ends, I have to be given a new contract. So it doesn't matter, but The way he approached me and the way he thought like I was the one who did it, it made me pretty pissed off. After that, started working as normal, and after maybe it's 7 o'clock or 7:30, my friend calls me and he goes, "Why we haven't been talking about our plans and stuff?" And he started to blame on me because he thought like I wasn't the one who was approaching. But see, my ego won't let me do it. My ego is very high at the moment, and this guy, he literally, well, he was playing with my ego, and now it's at the peak, and I can't go down against him. And later on, I feel like, okay, I'll do the approach to show him that I'm making my effort. And I made the group. I sent the message as well. No one replied. And the second thing he replied was an answer from ChatGPT about the list, which is pretty fucked up. And I was so mad. I didn't reply. I didn't respond. And I don't want to respond as well. See, one more thing that I'm trying to do is I'm trying to control my emotions, and I'm trying to um, regulate my emotions. So even though I was feeling angry and I was feeling to say something about it, I didn't respond it. I acknowledge all my emotions, and I let my emotions go away, and I didn't respond to it. And that thing was pretty bad. See, so this thing is like he is showing how he thinks about us, how valuable or how precious we are to him. Anyway, I don't wanna take anything from this kind of thing. I'm just gonna let things go away, and after this, I'm not gonna take any plan with him. So yeah, that's how the things were. But I was thinking more about the thing that says, don't be preoccupied with a single thing. Like, if you get preoccupied by a leaf, you will miss the tree. If you get preoccupied by a tree, then you will miss the forest. Holy fucking shit. And this thing is going through my head all the day, and I've been thinking about learning about this stuff, and I've been thinking about what does this means, because I've been getting preoccupied by so many thoughts, and I've been missing so many thoughts, and that's why I wanted to know how to get rid of these things. See, so that's why I wanted to know the true meanings of those sentences, the true meanings of these words, so that I can get over anything. But I feel like when I'm doing this, I feel like I'm getting preoccupied by another thing, and I'm missing some kind of more things. Anyway, the more I think about it, the more I get confused. The more I try to explore these things, the more I get lost. The more deep I go, the more there is to explore. So this journey of myself is not stopping anytime soon. I'm gonna find out what the meanings are, and I'm gonna find a lot about myself, and this journey will never end. Anyway, the desires, everything that came to me are all a part of me. That's what I have learned, the things, and the thing that I was able to learn, the experience that I was able to get, the knowledge that I was able to get are all precious. They are they're very rare. They just if you ignore them, they won't come in a lifetime. So it's very precious. And I'm really grateful for this kind of thing. Really grateful for this kind of experience. I'm really grateful for all the knowledge that I was able to get, and I'm hoping to get more kind of knowledge and more kind of experience the next day. I'm grateful for all this kind of thing. I'm grateful to live another day, and that was all. I hope I'll be able to learn more kind of things tomorrow. Well, there are things that I would be able to learn from. So, yeah, that is all. I'll see you tomorrow.